Good Monday evening, everybody. I'm Laura Dion-Jones. Welcome to Commit to Get Fit with Laura Dion-Jones. We have a jam-packed show tonight and 25 minutes to get it all in. I'm a pro health activist, certified corporate wellness coach, certified wellness coach. Here's my contact information. If you want any more info, laura@commit-fit.com is my email. Commit-fit.com is my website. And this is a picture of me in February of '02 when I was 317 pounds. The picture next to it is after I lost 130 pounds on my own. And I'm here tonight to show you how you can lose all your unhealthy, unwanted weight once and for all, like I did. Let me remind you, our show is interactive. Commit to Get Fit call-in number is right at the bottom of your screen. I'll do my Vanna White here. Our very special guest this evening says, if you don't take care of your body, the most magnificent machine you'll ever be given, where will you live? And listen to this. Her timeless beauty, youthful physique, and boundless energy are testaments to the lifestyle habits that she advocates. At 66 years old, she looks nearly a generation younger without surgery or Botox and enjoys boundless energy and enthusiasm. Karyn is going to tell us this evening how and why her way of eating and food life could be a crucial component for your personal, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. So please join me in welcoming Karyn Calabrese, Chicago's premier vegan and raw food restaurateur and champion for holistic living. Thank you for coming on.
How can I follow all of that?
But it's you. It's your life story. That's why, you know what, I'm on overdrive tonight because we're really happy to have you here. I met Karyn at another conference, a women's conference at DePaul, and I was so impressed with her, I immediately asked her if she would be a guest on my show. First thing I want to ask you is, how did you get into veganism and raw food and holistic living?
Well, the thing of it is, it's the way everybody was intended to eat. We just don't know it. We all intuitively know what's right for ourselves. We've just forgotten, or we don't know, because the world isn't set up to do that. Unfortunately, or slightly fortunately, all the women in my family died overweight and very young. My mom died at 48, my grandmother died at 50, and my great-grandmother died at 60.
Wow.
So at 66, in all reality, if you go by this whole your DNA and blah, 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 I shouldn't be alive. But not only am I alive, not dead, but I am thriving beyond what the expectations are of most people, because I'm supposed to be middle-aged, right? 66, I'm supposed to be a senior citizen, thank you very much. And I take a professional advanced ballet class with girls 22 and under. As a matter of fact, I missed it today to come do your show because
oh my God.
No, oh my God, because anytime I get a chance to speak what has been my truth, it isn't for everyone at every moment of their lives, and I don't think there's a right or a wrong, or people should feel bad about their choices. They need to continue to educate themselves. And as you educate yourself, you come up with your own intuitive living conditions for yourself. I don't believe there are charts that other people can come up for you. I think there are a couple of things that you can do to stay truthful and awake, and we all really know the answers. There's nothing special about me.
There's everything special about Karyn. Don't let her fool you. Don't listen to that. I have so many questions that I want to ask you, but you know something? Why don't we just get right into your philosophy and
right. Well, you asked me about veganism, and you know, I don't believe it's a natural human instinct for humans to eat dead flesh. I think it's a learned experience. So that's where and I call myself a vegan loosely because I'm not a true vegan, folks. I do wear leather, and some of my recipes have honey in them, and true vegans wouldn't do that.
No kidding.
Yeah, but I plant-based diet for 45 years, so I think I'm pretty close to what you'd be talking about. But it's not a natural human instinct to eat dead animals, and it's not a natural instinct to eat cow secretions, which is what most people do. The milk, butter, cheese, yogurt, ice cream. You know what, Laura, I think that's the single worst thing that humans do. And a lot of people that are in a weight loss program, they reach kind of a plateau and they don't go any further. And I truly believe, and I see in my own practice with our clients and students, that when they give up the dairy, even first, it's a matter how the whole body shape changes. Because I like to remind people that cow secretions, I'm talking about milk, cheese, and all these things. It's really breast milk, ice cream, yogurt, even if it's Greek yogurt. It's breast milk from another animal that's intended to grow 1,000 pounds the first year of its life. So, cause and effect, what rules the universe, what's that doing to you? Some people can handle it to a degree, but the reality is no human being is meant to do it. We're all supposed to be on a plant-based diet, even if you aren't ready to go there 100%. So if you just want to begin to start to affect changes in how you think, how you feel, and how you look, give up the cow secretion, folks, and automatically, I guarantee you, I make guarantees. Not too many things you can go to get guarantees. I guarantee you.
If I give up, what am I going to put in my lattes a day? I have a touchy stomach.
You know what? You could do rice milk. You could do nut milk. You could do almond milk.
Which tastes more like half and half.
Well, how about giving up the lattes? Because it's not really serving you, but we don't want you to give up everything at once. But as a bridge,
yes,
start with a nut milk. And you can get some pretty rich tasting milks out there.
Almond milk? What would you recommend?
Almond milk isn't one of the hemp nut milk. Hemp nut milk really is very
How do you
creamy.
spell that?
HEMP, like the bad stuff hemp, but this is the good stuff hemp. Hemp nut milk.
But officer, you don't understand.
Right. Hemp nut milk would be a wonderful transition. And the thing of it is, it isn't about giving up everything at once. It's about finding comfortable bridges for yourself to transition. I don't think you should go out and go, oh, I got to give up this, and you walk around miserable and angry and upset because you've given up all your favorite things. I think you should find bridges, and this is where my restaurants come in, because my bridges are restaurants, and there are many too, they're not just mine, that help you find substitutes for what you're used to doing. It's just a matter of making the mental shift to do it and taking the time to do it.
Mental shift. Let me ask you something. If a person such as myself, milk in her latte, a splash of half and half because I like them blonde. I have a weak stomach. I can't take, straight coffee. I'm an ice cream freak.
I have to tell you that weak stomach is telling you something. If your body is saying it's not working and it doesn't go down well, it's saying, excuse me, don't put it in here.
Oh, God, I had a feeling this was going to happen. Son of a gun.
Your body, it's like people that take that purple pill because the acid, if you're putting something in and your body's going, I don't want it, and it's sending it back out, it's giving you a clear message. But in our world, we're taught to take a chemical or a pill or something.
The purple pill.
To be able to take it down, and your body's saying, I don't want it, and you're finding a way to make it stay in. I have a little thing I use in and it's true. A vomit, you find a pill to hold it in. Mucus, you find a pill to hold it in. Diarrhea, you find a pill to hold it in. Why? Your body's trying to get rid of it.
I never thought of it that way. Have you, folks? Hold that thought right there, because Joe wants to know, everyone wants to lose weight fast, but doesn't realize the hazard and health problems of speed lost wife to diet pills.
Well, that's what we're
talking
about.
And
yeah, you're talking about chemicals right there, Joe. I mean, and to me, I lost my son to chemicals too, I'll be very honest with you. And I'm not saying there isn't a place for modern medicine in our world, but I'm saying God's pharmacy is much more efficient and it doesn't have the side effects. My mother did diet pills too. My mother probably tried every diet on the planet to lose weight.
Same here.
It's what goes in that's creating it. So if you're continually putting the wrong thing in, you're going to get an imbalance and effects from the wrong thing. People go, well, I just do a little splash of cream in my coffee, or a little, well, if I put a little splash of cream in my car, a fuel not intended for that machine, it's going to create a problem. It may not show up today, but if I do that little splash every day in there, even a pin drop, it's going to create a problem. And these chemicals that the world is so invested in and taking all the time, I maintain that when God created us, He did not create our liver and our kidneys and our bloodstream to filter all these things through. He didn't create, so why would it work?
Yeah, when He created us, we didn't have things like aspartame or anything.
When He created us, there was nature. And that's all I'm saying to people is get back to nature. Get back to God's pharmacy. This isn't for everybody. I personally haven't been to a medical doctor in 44 years, and I don't recommend that for anyone else. Believe me, please. And we have medical doctors that take my classes and send their patients to take my classes. In my book, the first one that I wrote, and we'll talk a little bit about detoxing, I
Sure.
have 5 doctors that wrote me testimonials and recommendations. So I don't believe that it's an evil cabal of doctors out there giving us the wrong thing. I think there's a system in place, and I think people are asleep, so they're not paying attention. They're just kind of going down this negative gravitational pull, and nobody's telling you, and you're not thinking twice about it. You just do it because it's comfortable, easy, and everybody else is doing it.
And you can go to the grocery store or the whole...
It is so convenient. In my
Yeah.
next book, I'm going to have a whole chapter called Dying for Convenience.
Oh, that's a real good
Literally.
title. That is a real good title. Tell me something. You brought all kinds of goodies here with you.
Yes, well, you know, when you bring the word vegan or vegetarian, people always go, tasteless, you know, I got to have my animals to have flavor. And one of the things that I have prided myself on, and I'm kind of known for it, is making food that tastes delicious to you, but there are no animal products, because people need that bridge. So for you today, Laura, I brought, it doesn't look so pretty here because we didn't bring the proper knife to cut it, but this is no, well, let's show the whole pie.
Show the whole pie.
Yeah, I brought a no-bake peanut butter cream pie, all right? And there's no dairy, there's no baking, there's no chocolate,
15
there's cacao.
minutes, she said you can
and
make this
it's in my new book, which has the same name as the other one. It's kind of confusing, but my new book is called Soak Your Nuts also, and there's a reason that you soak your nuts, fellas. It's just not for you guys. It's for everybody.
Some could use a soaking, though. I'm just saying.
Well, that's the reason I named the book that, because I figured guys could walk down the street, hey, I soak my nuts, you know. But
Do you? Real men soak their nuts.
And you don't forget the name. So the second book is called Soak Your Nuts, Karyn's Conscious Comfort Food, and one side is cooked vegan food, and the other side is raw vegan food. So it's 2 books in one.
Oh, how cool. Do we have a fork?
Yes, we do. Can we get a fork real quick?
I have to taste this. I have
So
to taste this
this
on air.
is
I can't
in-
take it.
This is in the cooked vegan side.
Okay.
It takes 15 minutes to make. The only thing faster is ordering out or driving by to get something. This is, you know, people think it's so much trouble to cook. And I'm starting you off with dessert. By the way, folks,
life is short. Eat dessert first.
no, and this is how you get people into the world. You give them dessert first. You don't say, here's some wheatgrass or here's some chlorophyll or sprouts. You
Oh
give
my God. What's in this?
them, it's 15 minutes. It's tofu,
I'm a sweetaholic. I am.
cacao,
I'm a sweetaholic.
for the chocolate. The cream sauce is made with cashews. 15 minutes to make.
Soaked cashews.
Soaked cashews.
While we're on the subject of soaked cashews, soak your nuts. Quick, tell us why we need to soak our nuts.
Well, you soak nuts, and so many people have nut allergies. You know, I think it's such a travesty in our time that people can go to McDonald's and eat, but they can't eat God's food, nuts, nut meats. And it's because your digestive systems are so turned around you can't handle it. Well, when you soak nuts, you break down the enzyme inhibitors and the fats in them so that they're easier to digest. And we have people that come in with nut allergies, even our soaked wheat. We have people that come in with celiac disease. When you're eating raw, living food, God's foods, your body can process it because it was intended. Now, some people may initially have some problems because their digestive systems are so screwed up, but you keep doing it, and believe me, you just step onto that moving walkway, and all of a sudden you have more energy, you have more focus, you have more clarity. It doesn't take as much to fill you up. Listeners, you want to do me a favor? Lift up your fist and look at it. Remember I did this? Whatever size your fist is, this is the size of your stomach. That's all the food you need in a meal. And we're filling up this whole part 3, 4, 5 times a day.
Yeah.
You know? And when you eat less, you have more energy, you have more focus, and you can think of a lot more things other than food, because let's face it, that's all people think about all day, right?
You know, exactly.
Right.
Especially
Good food, bad
people who
food.
want to lose weight, especially people who are on a diet.
you don't
We
have to
think
think
about,
about it.
that's all we think about almost all day long is food. I lost my train of thought. I wanted to ask you something. I knew this was going to happen. Can you tell us quickly how to soak your nuts? Just fast?
Yeah. You know what? You can soak them in water, which is what we generally do for the restaurant. You could soak them in a product we make called Rejuvelac, which is the good bacteria. You could soak them in vodka if you wanted. No, that's what you want to say. But anything to break down the enzyme inhibitors, and you soften them up. And here's the deal: where normally if you eat a whole bag, when you soak them, you're satisfied with 6 or 7 of them or 8 of them.
Here's what I wanted to say. I ate vegan for 6 months. I ate from another vegan restaurant and a lot from Karyn's, and every single thing she tells you is the truth. What started me is somebody took me to lunch. And we had a big vegan lunch, and I just thought, oh, I'm going to really eat all this stuff because there's no way I'm going to be starving by later. I ate a lot, but it was all greens and kale, and it was just all kinds of vegan salads and everything. And I have to tell you that I didn't eat that night because I wasn't hungry. I had no appetite when dinner time came around. Go to the next morning for breakfast. I wasn't hungry for breakfast. Now, you know, we're supposed to eat a big breakfast, whatever.
No, we're not supposed to eat a big breakfast. Don't listen to that, please.
No, but
okay. That's another myth that you've literally been force-fed to believe. Eating a big breakfast is not ideal for us. As a matter of fact, we're on the circadian rhythms of the universe. So in reality, if we didn't have electricity, you wouldn't be able to eat after sundown, right? So the body is supposed to fast from sundown to sunup 365 days of the year. And after a fast, the last thing you're supposed to do is stuff it with a lot of stuff for the kidneys and liver. You know, sausage, bacon, pancakes. You're supposed to do flushing things to cleanse the liver and the kidneys, which is why vegetable juice is good, coconut water is good. We brought you another special. This is my superfood green meal smoothie. Did we bring a cup for Laura to try it? And our clients, when they do my detox class, that's what the first book is about, detoxing. They start their day off with, or you can do it at any time of the day. You drink this in the morning, you're not hungry till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It has everything in it your body needs. You have more energy. Oh, we didn't bring you a nice pretty wine glass. Sorry.
Can I take this home?
Yes, you can. Honestly, no, we brought it for you.
Thank you.
No,
What's in there?
Well, it's got my green meal powder.
Okay.
And you know what? As much as I'd love to sell my stuff, you don't have to use my product. I would prefer it because I know the contents of mine. And we have lecithin granules in there, which is actually great for cholesterol, but it gives it a nice creamy effect.
Salute.
And what else do we have? Oh, we made it with apple juice, and we have a frozen banana for the potassium. You could drink that in the morning. You wouldn't be
instead of
hungry.
ice cream.
Yeah, but
because I'm an ice cream freak. We're going to have to get me off of ice cream.
Well, come do my raw ice cream. It'll get you off because you can have my raw ice cream for breakfast.
Ice cream for breakfast, kids. I'm so there. Couple of questions. Sure. My question is natural supplements. I know you're into that. Speaking of which, how do you feel about HRT, and what's the alternative for someone like me who's been on since the early 40s because of a medical misdiagnosis? Yes.
Well, first of all, I am not a medical doctor, so it's difficult for me to comment on things that a doctor has prescribed. But it's very funny you bring that up, because today the company that does my enzymes for me and a lot of our supplements, we started talking today about coming up, because there are a lot of things like you can do L-carnitine. There's certain things that you can do for that hormone replacement in the natural world. So we're actually working on a powder and a pill.
We got to talk.
For people. And then what I would do for someone in your case is I would recommend you to one of our holistic doctors that work with us, and they would find a way to gradually take you off and supplement, maybe with a little acupuncture or some other things to help build up certain organs. But I would definitely work with one of our medical advisors with that, since you've been on the medication so long, to make the transition.
I'm into it. I want to tell you one thing before we go any further. You know, I have a Blog Talk radio show every Tuesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. It's available to listen live right from my website at commit-fit.com. And Karyn is not going to be on tomorrow night because she has to teach a detox class. However, she is going to be on July 17th. I'm almost positive she's going to be on my show, my Blog Talk radio show, July 17th. I'll have it announced on my website, on my Facebook page. The 16th. Oh, I'm so sorry. July 16th, Karyn's going to be on. So if you have questions and we don't get to them this evening, we're going to have a whole hour with Karyn on Tuesday, July 16th on my Blog Talk radio show. Again, commit-fit.com, and you can get all the 411 on that. Sylvia wants to know, can Karyn talk a little bit about menopause and belly fat and also hot flashes?
Absolutely, because I went through menopause with no symptoms whatsoever. I'm 66, as I said. And it's kind of funny because at, I think it was 52, my husband went out and got a pregnancy test for me because we had no idea that I was going through menopause. I did a pregnancy test at 52. So I had no, I don't believe for one moment that God creates us, and then he says, at this age you're going to need chemicals and a certain whole profession to make it through. I think it's this internal environment. A lot of the hot flashes and things that women are suffering, it's the buildup of excessive sugar in your system. Your blood sugar levels are way off, and we find consistently when people do my detox class, which we have the book here, I have a DVD you can do it on.
More info about detox class for Jessica, quickly.
You can buy my book and detox on your own. If you live in the Chicago area, I hold the classes every other month. There's a class going on right now, and there will be one next month, only because I was supposed to be leaving the country. So I doubled up June and July, and there'll be a September class. You can go on my website, KarynRaw.com, Karyn, my name is spelled, KarynRaw.com. and see all of our classes. I actually do free information seminars too, twice a month, and we'll also publicize and tell people when we're going to be on the your radio station. And we stream the classes starting in July. We'll be streaming the classes all over the world again. So there's so many ways. I just do whatever it takes to get the word out, folks. And so my detox classes, I've been doing them for 35, 40 years now. It's now the buzzword. Everybody's detoxing. It used to be you were detoxing from alcohol or drugs, and I don't think you have to just do my class. I think there are many roads to the top of the mountain. I just warn, look very carefully at the teacher and see if they're manifesting what it is you want to get from that class.
One more question. Vegan caller Sylvia. People say she's depriving herself of nutrients by being a vegan. What does Karyn say to that?
Well, the thing of it is, there are entire societies, there are entire parts of the world that don't eat meat and animal products. So, I mean, by the way, just going on the dairy, when's the last time you saw any dairy in an Asian restaurant? It's a whole continent. They do a little ice cream. So this is just a huge myth perpetrated by the American Dairy Association, Meat Packers Association, that we need animal products. I raised a daughter who's now 41, who's never had animal products in her life.
I was going to bring that up. Can you believe
that? Like I
said,
I haven't had it in 45 years, and I'm not falling apart from it. So when people ask me, you know, where am I getting my nutrients from? When you're eating your McDonald's and garbage, do I ask where you're getting your nutrients from if you're walking around healthy and strong? But the best thing to say to people, because you don't want to offend people and make them angry, the best thing to say is send them to one of my free information seminars, or say, you know what, why don't you research it on the internet? Because there's all kinds of information. I wouldn't get into a fight with them. There's all kinds of information out there.
Good idea. We only have a couple minutes left. Quickly go through what the rest of the things that you brought for us.
I brought you some more raw stuff. This is kind of some cooked, but I brought you my raw granola because it's great in a movie theater. This is for you.
I get to keep these?
You get to keep all of it. You know what? I brought you raviolis, and this is one of my signature foods. One of the first thing I made. It's raw, though, Laura.
I've had those.
I brought you, and they actually look like little raviolis,
and they're awesome.
And at my free infos, you get to test food, so we give you food sampling, so you can come and try all of this at the free infos. You can go to my website and find the date of the next one. My muffins, one muffin is enough for 2 or 3 meals, 130 calories, but we don't even count calories in the raw world because your body can use everything.
Good.
Anyway, I just brought you lots of dessert and lots of food.
Listen, tune in to my Blog Talk Radio show July 16th. It's a Tuesday night. Also, tune in tomorrow night to my Blog Talk Radio show because I have Dr. Ellie Lazar.
Oh,
and she, you know her?
Yeah.
She is a hypnotherapist, and she specializes in gastric bypass. Hypnosis to do gastric bypass. She also does a sweet tooth extraction, which I may have to take. But anyway, and
we'll give you fenugreek seeds for that too.
So come tune in tomorrow night to my Blog Talk Radio show, commit-fit.com. It's available to listen live right from my website. Dr. Ellie Lazar is going to be on, find all about hypnosis and weight loss. And also, Karyn's going to be on the Blog Talk Radio show, again, Tuesday, July 16th. I'm at your service to help you do whatever I can to help you do exactly what I've done to lose all your unhealthy, unwanted weight once and for all. And this is one of the biggest roads there. And tune in July 16th to see what happened to Laura between now and then, and how Karyn converted me away from cow milk and half and half. And ice cream's going to be the biggie.
No, it won't. If I'd known, I would have brought you ice cream.
Listen, thanks for watching. Thanks for the happy. Semper Fi, kids. Pray for peace. And lastly, go Hawks.
Yay.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you Monday night. Bye-bye.